Chapter 15. Jack wanted to scream, but he couldn't find the air when he saw how high he was. This is the second time he'd been dropped from this height. How many times could one person take the same fall? And now he didn't even have a feather to not help. Not that the giant would save him this time either, given that the monster was busy yelling loudly over the pain in his tongue. As Jack dropped toward the trees, he took comfort in knowing that at least the night hadn't been blown out with him. Hopefully the man ended up digested in the giant's stomach, but even if not, he was still trapped. Scant comfort, sure, but hurtling to his death, Jack would take what he could get. And then, for the second time that day, something stopped Jack's fall. Again, his stomach fell down into his toes. And before he really understood what was happening, he was swung up and over what appeared to be a broomstick, right behind someone with both blonde and blue hair. The broomstick made a quick circle, banking in midair, and shot back toward the giant. The monster roared furiously and made a grab for them. But May dropped the broomstick down several feet, angling them just beneath the giant's hand. A second later, they were out of the giant's reach, circling around and around, dropping with each turn until the broomstick bumped to a stop at the monster's feet. Jack immediately leapt off the broomstick. His first thought was that the giant would try to crush them with his feet. However, the monstrous legs just twitched back and forth a bit. Nothing more. The giant's feet never even left the ground. What? Jack started to say, then lost semblance of coherence as May tackled him, squeezing the air out of his lungs. "I was so scared, you idiot!" she screamed as she hugged him. "What were you thinking? Dropping off a broomstick like that?" She pulled away and stared at him angrily, despite the huge grin on her face. "Then you went and got eaten! What was that about?" Jack, meanwhile, moved from surprised thankfulness to confused wonder. Huh? He asked intelligently. "Come on!" May said, yanking on his arm hard enough to spin Jack around. "You have to meet someone!" As Jack came to a stop, he shook his head to clear it. What had just happened? He had no clue what was going on, though for some reason, he had a big grin on his face too. He allowed himself a moment to celebrate being uneaten, then put on a serious face to follow the princess. He found her standing midway between the giant's feet, talking quickly to the most irritatingly handsome boy Jack had ever seen. The boy looked a bit older than Jack, maybe 15, and he was wearing extremely rich clothing, obvious even from a distance. His sparkling white tunic looked unnaturally clean, and his pants, a deep golden color, seemed almost weighed down by the quality of the fabric. A deep purple cape fell from his shoulders, and every piece of clothing was trimmed in gold, much like the boy's head, where a gold circlet hid between long, dark locks of brown hair. Jack hated him instantly.